Oh.
Guy or dumb.
Yes, I am going to frost my tips now and become blonde. This is Big Dink Energy, the pickleball podcast that's half insight, half nonsense, and all entertainment. If you love pickleball, don't take yourself too seriously and think a little trash talk makes the game better, welcome home. This is the place where life and pickleball intersect. We celebrate the chaos, call out the nonsense, and put the fun back in dysfunction. You're either in or you're out. And if you're still listening, you're in. So let's go. Big Dink Energy starts now. My baloney has a first name, and it's OSCAR. And your podcast has a first name, it's BDE. That's Big Dink Energy Podcast, the official podcast of pickleball.
That was good.
That's just for my co-hosts.
Baloney.
Bologna. If you're nasty.
That's going to be stuck in my head now.
Listen. Here's our sponsor. There's a million apps for tracking your score. Zero, none, zilch for tracking the memories. Dink and Dash is changing that. It is. Badges, journals, photos, Pickle Pals. Your whole pickleball story in one place, in your hand, in your pocket, in your bag, everywhere you go. It's coming soon. Follow at Dink_and_Dash now. That's at Dink_and_Dash now.
Okay, so something that came up this week that I wanted to talk about in Kitchen Talk.
Oh, I love this one. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
Was weird store rules that we have for no reason. So, okay, I feel like we all have this. Oh, at least I do.
Okay.
So, like, I will go to Dollar Tree and Dollar General, but I just will not go to Family Dollar.
Really?
I don't know why. So
It's lesser.
This is the conversation. It's like, why is that? Why do we have certain things about stores?
I don't know, because Family Dollar and Dollar Tree are owned by the same company.
Exactly. So why?
But not Dollar General.
No, but
No,
why
that's separate.
is
He
that?
spent enough time in the military. He's a general.
And I was just thinking, like, I won't buy meat from certain places. Like we
Dollar
have
General.
Well, definitely Dollar General. But we have a meat store in town, and everybody talks about it. Even
I bought meat from there.
La Tapatias or something, right?
Las
And
Tapatias.
everybody talks about it, and I just look at it and I'm like, can't do it.
When you put that meat in your mouth from there, you loved it.
I just feel like I don't know why, though. Everybody raves about this place, but I just look at it and I just can't. And then there's some where I'm like, I don't even like your carts, so I'm not going to you.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys have other ones? Like, there's certain things that just make me not want to go to you.
I do. I have one. It
Okay,
comes
what is yours?
right to mind. It is the difference between Walgreens and CVS.
Yeah, I'm a Walgreens.
No CVS. No. And I don't know if it's across the nation, but every CVS I've been in has carpet.
That is so
Yes,
weird.
they
That's
do
like
have
people with
carpet.
carpet in the
Like,
bathroom.
what are you, a dentist
Yeah, that's
office? I'm
gross.
not shopping for my sundries in your carpeted. No, because I know that some body fluids have leaked on that thing. You're not getting that out. A carpet is a dirty sock you never wash.
Yeah, so I'm a Walgreens person.
Yeah,
If
I'm
I
Walgreens
go,
all
that's
day.
that's a last minute thing. I'm not shopping at Walgreens,
Right.
but I'm not like a Walmart or Target person. Like I like Walmart.
Archer Farms. You're
You
not
know?
getting Archer Farms unless you go to Target.
That is true, and they do have that black and white trail mix.
And it makes you. I don't know. Are you a little bit more bougie because you went into the Target and not the Walmart?
The thing is
'Cause
I'm
you-
like, no
less,
Target.
less pajama pants and Crocs at the
I was
Target.
going to say, yeah.
That is true, but the same exact stuff is just cheaper at Walmart.
It is.
I don't know. I might go to Target more if it was in my hometown. Like Walmart is in our hometown, so it's just closer.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like I'll buy store brand at one place, but then like not store brand at another.
Yeah.
Like I ain't buying no Hill Country. I don't know.
HC Farms.
I won't buy like the Hill Country, but I'll buy the HEB brand.
Right. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. So
yeah.
why is that they're both made by HEB?
Okay, listen. I've got another big one that's personal, and a bunch of guys are going to resonate with this.
Okay.
Home Depot versus Lowe's.
Oh.
I don't care. My husband has a preference.
When
I don't care.
listen, when I go to Home Depot, I feel more like a contractor. I feel more like a man.
Really?
Yeah, because the other men in there. This is where you go when you know your project. You know the tools you need. You know your project. I don't need your help. I'm not going to ask anybody. I'm like Ron Swanson when I'm there. I know more than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not coming over to help me with nothing. I know what
That's
I'm about.
funny. I never looked at it that way. I
But
mean,
Me either.
Lowe's is like the dad dad who wears the shorts and the New Balance, and he's like, I've researched a project. I'm not quite sure. Can you help me?
But Home Depot's like, you're legit. You're coming in here and you're buying 2x4s and you know what to do with them.
Those are where people go that don't actually sign their name. They put an X instead of signing their name.
That's probably why I don't go to Home Depot and I go to Lowe's, because I never know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, send me a screenshot of what you need. Even better, buy it online and I'll go pick it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Any other ones?
I would say the only thing for me would be I will avoid Starbucks at any cost.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's just a given.
Yeah. I will go to try to find any other coffee shop, and I will only go to Starbucks if someone has given me a gift card for there, because I'm not going to let them get free money.
I totally prefer Dutch Bros.
Yeah, most people know me by now and won't give me a Starbucks gift card.
I just don't like it.
Get up in our sponsorship, Dutch Bros.
I just don't like it. How about Aldi's?
I love Aldi.
Okay, so that is a weird one, because I think at the Aldi's you have to pay for your shopping cart too, and you have to bring your own bags.
Right.
I think I remember
Well,
that.
a lot
But
of
then
it's
there's
like
weird
it's like a
food.
quarter to get it, but
All
then
I
like
know-
when you return it, you get it back.
Yeah, but there's weird food there
Right,
too.
because the kids and I went and we spent a good 30 minutes laughing at the cereal, the generic cereal.
Yeah.
Because it was literally named Bird with Loops. And I was like,
I love
so
that.
we spent a good 30 minutes. Like, I was like, okay, what is this trying to pretend it is? And there was like so many funny ones where it was like cat stripe, whatever. And it was like, is that supposed to be like Tony the Tiger?
Yeah.
What does he have?
They're
Great. What is that?
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Frosted
Yes.
Flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, their thing is literally lined with generic.
Lieutenant Munch.
Yeah,
not
like-
quite making it all the way to captain.
Like, not that I care. I don't really care, but they were just so funny. You know, it's
Yeah.
same with the like games
The games at like 5
at
and below.
5 and below. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. It was like, Connect 4 was like 4 in a row. And then
And
when
sorry was apologize.
apologize.
I was
Yes,
like, what
that's
is
it,
this?
Yes.
And guess who is like, find the person.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. But
think it's
going back to
hilarious.
Aldi, I love Aldi. Aldi is very like nostalgic for me.
Why? I thought it was new.
No, it's been around for a while.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
And like especially around Christmas time, they have a lot of good German like cookies and
Oh.
crackers and just like nostalgic things that I grew up eating. And I just love going to Aldi. Except I don't like going to the Aldi here because of the town that it's in, and I hate going to that town. And
How about like TJ Maxx, Ross, or Marshalls? Do you have a preference?
absolutely.
TJ
What is
Maxx.
yours? I want to see if mine's the same.
I would say my top is going to be Marshalls. Next would be TJ Maxx, and last would be Ross.
Same.
But I also like Bell's, because Bell's has now turned into a store like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Ross. So I like to go to Bell's too.
My favorite is Home Goods. though.
Love Home Goods. Home Goods is a good one. What is the other one? Tuesday Morning.
They got rid of that. As far as I know, the stores that I knew of have closed.
used to love going to Tuesday Morning because they had the best notebooks.
Notebooks. Yeah, I was just going to say
Yes.
that.
Oh, you two are
The
notebook.
notepads.
You guys are
Yes,
notepad
notebooks,
freaks.
notepads,
You guys are
and
notepad freaks.
That's the
planners.
only reason I went there.
I
That's
would go
so
there
funny.
and get like the portfolios
Yes.
that had like the notepad and the clipboard on this side, and I would be in meetings like, look at my portfolio that I have. Like it's so cute.
I love it. Yes. Well, that's fun.
The difference for me between TJ Maxx and Ross is the underwear section. TJ Maxx going to get a good 3-pack. Ross, someone may have already tried them on and put
That
it back
is
on
true.
the shelf.
Maybe you guys have some, I don't know, some weird store phobias. I don't know what it's called.
And let us know if you prefer TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Ross.
Get all up in our comments. Let us know what you think. BDEpodcast.com. We love fan mail. Yes, we do. We love fan mail. How about you? So Rachel Chatour over on YouTube said, so fun. Guy is the best.
Nope.
No.
These ladies love to broadcast with him. And then she said, love this. Y'all do an amazing job. If you're not familiar with Rachel, she writes books and does pickleball artwork. Go follow her at Rachel Chatour. That's RACHAELCHATOOR on Instagram. Go to BDEpodcast.com to leave us a text, review, feedback, anything you want. Send us pictures even. I'll describe them on air for people. We love visuals for the air. And just send us some love over there.
Just the tip
Quick pickleball wisdom in and out before you know it. Listen up, listen now. Bring a bag to the court. Stop using your Target or Walmart bag to bring all your junk. Bring an actual bag to the courts. Paddle, balls, water, chapstick. Don't try to stick it all in your pockets either. If it doesn't fit in your pocket, it belongs in the bag. Look like you've been there before. Bring a bag.
Just the tip.
It's time for Pickle Pals.
All right, Dinker and Dinkettes. Today, our guest is a team player in the truest sense of the word. While everyone else was playing doubles tournaments, Greg Mather was building something completely different. Team-based leagues that turn pickleball into a season-long commitment with captains, rosters, standings, and all the playoff drama you can think of. He started with the East Valley Interclub League. If you're playing along at home, you know that spells evil in 2012. And when other regions wanted in, he created then the Arizona Pickleball Players League, the APPL, run entirely by volunteers. We got to ask him about that. Serves 5 regions across Arizona and has over 4,700 players playing more than 30,000 games a year. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce to you what I would say is the godfather of team pickleball himself, Greg Mather from Chandler, Arizona. Greg, thanks so much for being on the Big Dink Energy podcast.
I appreciate you having me here.
Man, this is awesome. I love this whole story. So let's go back to the beginning. Let's get in the Wayback Machine and go back to 2012. You said to yourself, I'm going to build a league. Tell me how that came about.
Well, way back in 2008, a good friend of mine who played team-based league tennis with me, we went to nationals and had a lot of success with that. He introduced me to pickleball, called me up real quick and said, hey, Greg, you got to come over to the West Valley. I'm in a tournament and I'm playing pickleball. And I didn't know what that was. Went over there, watched him, and I said, this is fantastic. You know, I could play this. And came back, long story short, we got bored. We kind of introduced it in the East Valley in terms of bringing it to our recently formed pickleball club. But then we got tired and we said, hey, we knew a couple guys, 6 guys up in the Fountain Hills area. We called them up and said, hey, why don't we drive up to you guys and play? And we did that. And on the way home, I said, you know, tournaments is great, but there's no team-based league pickleball, so I'm going to form it. And sure enough, the East Valley Interclub League, aka Evil League, I formed, and it just organically grew. And eventually, after proving that was pretty popular, because first we just had a men's group, and then the women wanted to play, then they wanted to play mixed, and all of that. I said, all right, this is successful. Now it's time to really try to offer kind of what USTA tennis had been doing for years, team-based league tennis. I said, let's get some team-based league pickleball going on throughout the state. And if it succeeds, then let's start an initiative to take it nationally. And formed PPL, in 2019, and then grew rapidly, again, through word of mouth, to actually, I can correct your numbers now. We just had we opened registration, just closed registration for our 2026 season, and we'll be at around 550 teams and close to 6,000 players when we get done with the year.
Holy moly. I love that. I love that's growing. And I love that you're calling it Apple, because I think there's a small cell phone company out there, technology company, so I'm sure you're in direct competition with them.
Well, there has been a mistake. Some people think we're Apple, but Apple's acronym is AAPL. So we're not stepping on anybody's toes, because their legal department's larger than ours. But we're APPL, so we're safe with that one.
Yeah, I think so. So, man, listen, I got to tell you right off the bat, I love that you called it Evil at first, East Valley Interclub League. I mean, that just resonates with me. So, two-parter here maybe. Number one, did you have a secret lair? And then at the time, did you know you were building something that would eventually span these 5 regions like this?
One of our participants said, hey, who was a designer, he designed our logo, and that was just enough. It was a pickleball, and if you look closely, you could see this sinister-looking eyes and smile inside the pickleball, and it took off from there. So
I love that.
Nothing, it seemed to work, and it seemed to catch on, because we'd run around different parks, and people were playing, and they say, hey, are you going to have an Evil team today, or this year? And that was great. Then you knew it was going to be successful.
That's awesome. So you have, like you already said, you have a USTA tennis background. How much of Apple's structure now comes from that team tennis model? And did you have to change much to make it fit pickleball?
We had to change a lot, but what I loved was the concept of team-based league tennis. Like I said, we'd actually gone to nationals several times and won it once, but just being on a team with a bunch of players, some better, some worse than others, but we're all a certain skill level, that was a lot of fun, win or lose. A lot of times you just, after your match during the regular season and you had a beer with your friends and your opponents, and that just a good feeling. And in general, people like to be on teams. It kind of lessens the intimidation. If you and I go to a tournament and we're new in that environment, we don't know anybody, or it's a little bit, it's just us.
Yeah.
But with a team, you've got a pretty good support structure cheering for you. I'll tell you a little bit more about the scoring system, which makes it unique as compared to tennis. But so I just like the concept. And then for pickleball tournaments, if you're good, you're spending 8 hours at a tournament. You get there at 7, register, and sometimes 7 in the evening, you're getting done. If you're not that good, and I've had the opportunity to experience both, then you're 2 and done, and you go home, spend a lot of money, and and that's it.
And maybe got some good food.
Yeah, right. But in this concept with team-based league pickleball, you're going to play 2 hours of good competitive pickleball. You're going to be at your skill level, your age bracket, and you're going to play 6 games, and that'll take you close to 2 hours once you're taking a little break. And then you can do something for the rest of the day. And you've gotten a good several games of competitive pickleball in and fun, and then move on. So that became very popular.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not just the cool team jerseys and the trash talking amongst the friends, right? There's a lot more that goes into that. And I like your scoring system too, because everybody this whole thing, we try to revolve around duper. I mean, I'm a solid 1.5 if they ever want to open that category. But so my understanding, you can earn a point even if you lose, as long as you get to 6 points. So that means like a 3-0 player feels just as valuable as a 5-0 out there, right?
So true.
And so how often do matches come down to the last game because of that scoring?
It's really quite interesting. Often a typical match in the regular season, let's say, it's 27-22 or 26-24 or within 5 or 6 points. And if you and I are the lowest skilled players on our 3.5 team, let's say, and we're playing our last game of the last round, basically you play 3 rounds of pickleball. You're going to play 2 games to 11 against a pair on the other team. Then you're going to rotate, play another 2 games to 11, rotate, play another 2 games to 11. So you've played all 6 of their people. They've played us. But it can come down to that last game, and we're losing 9-5. And the rest of the team saying, come on, Guy, come on, Greg, just get that 6th point. And we get the 6th point, we win the match.
Yeah.
And that's rewarding. And if we lost all our 6 games, but we scored 6 points or more, we contributed 6 points to the team score.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that often makes the difference. And so it
makes everybody feel valued on the team.
Exactly.
I'm going to come in and I'm going to apologize a lot to the people I'm playing with, but at least if I can get us to 6 or we can get to 6 together combined, I know we're going to get a point on that. So I absolutely love that. Now you've got, 6 skill levels, right? 3 age divisions, men's, women's, mixed. That's a ton of divisions, done a ton of brackets, but so I'm going to guess no matter where you are in your pickleball journey, you're going to find something there at Apple, right?
Absolutely. You start at 2.5, and that has been growing, and it just makes sense because, we bring players in and they're beginners. They get to like the format. They're not intimidated, and they're going to get better and better, and it'll be a treadmill. They'll start advancing as they gain experience, and they'll become 3.0s, 3.5s. Some of them will accelerate more rapidly, and then we'll keep feeding the system. We also want to bring in those who are already, might not have heard of our league or team-based league pickleball, and you may be playing some tournaments and might be a duper rated 4.0 player or 4.5 player. Well, we've got something for you if you want to enjoy the aspects of team pickleball. So it covers a good span.
Yeah.
And at the age group level, we've done a great job this year of securing what we call Apple managed venues. We've done it for several years because it really started out as an older group of folks, active adults, because they had pickleball courts at their HOAs and they could use those courts. When we expanded it and basically called it Apple, then it was open to all, 18 plus. Well, if you're 35 years old, you probably aren't in an active adult community and you're playing at a park or you're playing at some other venue. And we have great relationships with parks. And more recently, with the opening of a lot of indoor venues, we've got great partnerships with some of those venues so that the 30 pluses, the age group that's still in the workforce, can say, hey, on Tuesday night, I've got a match and it's going to be indoors and it's at one of the indoor venues. And that's really driving more growth in what we call open age division.
Yeah, I mean, for you guys where you are in Arizona, it's vitally important for large portions of the year, that indoor court, right? So we don't have tumbleweeds and coyotes stealing our pickleballs and all that kind of stuff. So in 2019, back in the day, you started like 95 teams, right? And now you just said over 6,000 players coming up in 2026. Obviously, insane growth. Fantastic on that. But so for what for you broke first, though? Was it the volunteer capacity? Was it court availability? Or maybe even your sanity broke along the way?
Everything seemed to continue on an even scale because we started out literally with the pilot league with 3 volunteers. And then as it grew, the volunteers came forward when we had several people from Casa Grande call us and said, hey, we want to form an Evo League. And I said, congratulations, you're the Casa Grande region of the Apple League. And they had no idea what that was.
Yeah.
So then that grew and they had volunteers and they joined forces. We formed an organization, like I said. Then people from the West Valley said, hey, we heard the East Valley's got this going on. What is Apple? And well, we want to form a league. And sure enough, volunteers stepped forward. And so the volunteer base, we're up to close to 40 volunteers now. Wow. And the Southern region, same thing happened there. Then not
is that
too
all
long
out?
ago.
Is that all out of jealousy? Like, oh, they got that, we want that too.
Well, it was, especially the Southern region, it was word of mouth because a lot of folks spend the time up in the White Mountains during the summers. Some Tucson folks were up there and they knew a lot of East Valley folks up here in the Phoenix East Valley. And they said, oh, but we're having a lot of fun playing this thing called Apple. It's team-based. And the Tucson folks wanted to know more about it. And then sure enough, I got a phone call and we said, all right, great. We need some volunteers and we'll help open it up down there. And the Southern region since then has grown really rapidly.
That's awesome. Yeah, I want to make sure, and you wanted us to make sure, when we were talking early on about this before the interview, to give a shout out to those volunteers. I mean, they're doing a ton of heavy lifting out there. You're up to almost 40. They're running regions, Canadian leagues, and getting zero pay. So, I mean, obviously, this is a model that I think churches could copy because they use a lot of volunteers too. So maybe you should package that up for churches. So I bet you there's a lot of self-motivation in there for them, but you've got to be at the top. You've got to be motivating them too as well, right?
Well, I tried to. I mean, they would get tired of me saying, well, this is what tennis does. But they knew that I was quite familiar with the structure and how to execute it. And now I'm way more able to kind of step back and let it run and enjoy doing some of these kind of things. But league coordinators who are interfacing with the captains and the teams and the players, we have maybe 50% of our volunteers are league coordinators, but there's so much going on inside to run schedules, to get team registrations booked up and all of that. As we've grown, we've had to figure out how to manage the organization effectively, and we're doing a great job. And yeah, I might have led the way, but now we're getting everyone is so knowledgeable that we're getting smarter, more efficient, and doing a lot of cool new things that have come from there.
So you guys you're still a nonprofit, right?
Yep.
And so how does that, I mean, do you find that to be difficult still at the scale that it's now? Or, it's obviously supporting itself. Do you find that difficult or, that's just the way to be?
No, if we had gone as a for-profit, it probably would have been a messier solution. And you can be nonprofit and actually pay people, obviously, but there are other good examples of volunteer organizations, especially at the regional level. As we talk national level, some of that changes. Like USTA, there's a lot of paid employees executing team-based tennis. But for us, it was, hey, we're going to start this thing like a regional Arizona league, and we're a bunch of volunteers going to make it happen. And then we liked it. We started a state championship model and back 4 or 5 years ago, and even that became more popular. People on my staff said, no, nobody's going to really want to go do that. And 2 years later, they said, I had no idea this would be such a big deal for so many teams. There's still a lot of teams that don't care and they just have a great time playing. But then to have that path to a great event where the regions come together and the regional team winners and play in a state championship is a lot of fun for people as well.
And I know other states are probably reaching out and trying to recreate the model of Apple. Do you see them, is that going to be successful? Are there mistakes they're going to make along the way? Or have you already seen mistakes, other states trying to do this?
Well, we've seen other states do some things differently with a team approach. And if it works for them, that's great. Several of them, when we've reached out to them and explained the model that we have, the platform that we have, also supported by pickleball scores, it didn't take long to have them take advantage of that. The scoring was a good example.
Yeah.
And the plays, like some people were doing 2 out of 3. Well, you can't control 2 out of 3. If you and I win 11-0, 11-0, and some other pair on our team lost 11-9, won 12-10, and they're now 16-15, that doesn't work. And so
right.
Some of the organizations said, yeah, that sounds like you've got a good platform, and then adapted it. Others contacted us and said, hey, look, we want to start a league. Our Florida partners are a good example, and they didn't want to reinvent the wheel. We gave them score sheets, rules, a bunch of administrative stuff so that they could what we call quick start. And within 5 months, their league was, what did they have? They had over 100 teams.
Wow.
In their first season.
Dang, that's awesome.
And they couldn't have started that quickly without not reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
So
you already have a proven model. I mean, that's fantastic. So now you mentioned regional and national championships. Let's look 5 years in the future. Is this kind of like USTA nationals where teams compete state by state? Is that your kind of vision?
Well, state by state, or at least region in some ways by region. But the answer is yes. We got started. We helped several smaller organizations get started with our format last year, and together we held a national event, and that was a great start. We changed directions. And as a result, we restarted our initiative with Florida, with Oregon, with California, with several, and called it ATPL, the American Team Pickleball League. And we just completed our first inaugural national championships literally last weekend, or actually 4 days ending last weekend. And it was a great success. We're starting with states, and then ultimately, like Arizona, there might be a state championship within each of these states. And then as we grow, if we're at 48 states, 40 states, you can't really have a national championship with 40 states going on. Yeah. So we might follow a USTA type lead and form sections and then have an intermediate competition there. But yes, that's the vision.
I like that.
We're actively promoting that through social media and another ATPLnation.org website with our quick start, much like what Apple did with some of its other leagues throughout the other states that either came to us or we reached out to them. But the quick start will help these new leagues form in other states and then start to participate.
Fantastic. What's all the social media taglines that people need so they can get in touch with you, get in touch with the league, figure out how maybe if they want to start their own or just get involved with you guys?
It's still Arizona Pickleball Players League, and that's the handle.
That's over on Instagram, right?
And that's on Instagram, as well as ATPL, American Team Pickleball League, or ATPL Nation. But if you were to Google it, or you could find it pretty quickly on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, and you can find it on the Big Dink Energy podcast social media as well. We promote the heck out of it.
If I could add one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Some players go, well, I don't know anybody and I want to be on a team. We have probably the best run, most effective system. We call them free agents, but for players who are seeking a team, you can go to either website and put your name in, and we help expose you to other captains and other teams. And it's really important for players who haven't networked yet.
Yep.
But thank you for that, allowing me to interject that.
Yeah, for sure. Greg, thanks so much. The godfather of Team Pickleball. I love it. Thank you for being on the Big Dink Energy podcast. Everybody, go like and follow. And if you want something in your state, in your area, reach out to them. Thanks again, Greg, for being on the podcast with us.
Appreciate that.
It's time for Pick Six.
Yeah. Pick Six is where we take one question each, bring two answers, and immediately regret agreeing to this segment. On the Pick Six for us tonight, things people say right after buying a new paddle. This is where you at home can play along. Things people say right after buying a new paddle.
It's basically the same one the pros use.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
My duper score is definitely going up.
Yeah. It's thicker than my last one.
I can already feel the control.
Mine is similar. This grip feels amazing.
Yeah. I'm still learning what it likes. Get all up in our DMs, bdepodcast.com. Tell us what you think for the Pick Six tonight, which was things people say right after buying a new paddle. What did you say? Let us know.
News you can use.
Attention. News you can use happening right now.
So the Professional Pickleball Association, the PPA Tour, is thrilled to announce Powerball as the official title sponsor for the Pickleball State Championship Series, which is a nationwide tournament series. It culminates at the Pickleball World Championships, so their marquee event in the sport of pickleball. The series will now officially be known as the Powerball Pickleball State Championship Series across all states.
I feel like that's already taken. I've lost it. I've lost it a bunch, the Powerball.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
for sure.
immediately what went through my head was the lottery.
Yeah.
That's who's sponsoring it.
Oh, okay. Now. Now.
Powerball is the official sponsor.
I didn't think it was Powerball like the lottery. I thought it was...
No, I didn't think that either. I thought PPA was like, here's a unique name.
No. So the Powerball Pickleball State Championship Series.
Oh.
Guy, we're dumb.
Yes, I am going to frost my tips now and become blonde.
So it
Call me Guy Fieri.
It's going to feature more than 55 tournaments across all 50 states, with some states hosting multiple events. The series gives amateur players of all ages and skill levels the opportunity to compete with their respective divisions in each state's amateur championship. Gold medalists in each state who earn the title of state champion will receive automatic qualification into the state championship brackets of the Pickleball World Championships, which is held in November.
Kind of like a lottery almost.
Kind of like a lottery.
Weird.
So then if Powerball is sponsoring it, does it make the Powerball lottery pot go down?
Oh, are they spending some of the pot money on these
how
tournaments?
How does that work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of inbred people from Alabama. They're still putting their money in.
Miss like a couple $1 million when I win it because they decided to sponsor
I
pickleball?
think that it's really cool because, I mean, Powerball is huge.
Yeah,
Everybody knows
it is
about
bringing the notoriety to it for
Right,
sure.
and
Everybody, it's ubiquitous. Everybody knows Powerball.
Powerball, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love the play on words as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's just
Yeah.
Powerball Pickleball State Championship.
Now, what would be cool is if they could figure out a way on the court to have an air circulator circulating the pickleballs, and then one pops out randomly, and then you've got to play with that ball.
Play with it. Yeah, that would be a fun
Pick
way
the number.
to do it.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
like
cool.
that.
Or okay, now listen, hear me out, PPA. PPA, get up in the DMs. You know this is
Fresh
a good idea.
thought that just came to his mind.
Listen up, PPA.
This has not been vetted.
I know.
Attention. Listen.
Attention, this is Guy's brain.
No, you're gonna the Powerball numbers are gonna be drawn
Somebody's
by the
looking
players.
at him like, what is going to say?
The Powerball numbers are drawn by the players by the balls that they play, and so when they score a point with that ball, that's the number that's drawn for that. So
You know how hard that would be not to like rig?
Oh my gosh.
We're going to forget you said that.
PPA,
You were like, listen up, and it wasn't even good.
I have the
PPA.
best idea ever.
PPA, get with me.
No,
please.
don't.
Go back to Lowe's. Try again.
Yeah, you should be at Lowe's for that one.
PPA, you know what I'm talking about. You know
Oh
it's
my
something.
gosh.
That's it for this episode. Unless you've got something to say, think we got it wrong, have a better take, we want to hear it. Find us at bdepodcast.com or at BDE Podcast on the socials. Drop us a message. We might just feature you in the next episode. If you had a good time, well, samesies. If not, maybe try again. We grow on people. So you know the deal. Follow the show, tell a friend, and leave us a review. Or just pretend this never happened. Until next time, keep the dinks soft and the energy big.